toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a squad from the American, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. So Oklahoma's offense will get the ball first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers.
Oh, a lot of space. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown Sooners! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Temple's offense will go to work for the first time today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Looking downfield, it's Simon. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And there he goes. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
14, Temple, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Mason. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got a man. It's Bermudez. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board, looking to take a shot. A big-time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move.
Into the house. Touchdown Sooners. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air, it's Simon. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Chase. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Temple lining up to punt it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the 1st quarter yet.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Simon. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Here's a return from midfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Shoots it to the left. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. The coverage team maintains his discipline not. On that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Third down coming.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Off play action. Looking for a big gain. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Touchdown Sooners! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Temple lining up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a man on the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the gun, give on the inside. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Bring in the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards. Play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Simon. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in at the 40. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He rifles one deep down the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Oklahoma, 58. Temple, 0.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a man, it's Simon. Makes the grab. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Rush coming. And they got him at the 29. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. They boot it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to take off inside the 45. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Now sliding to his left. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the tight end. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Lincoln Financial Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
To the air, it's McCoy. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Temple lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll field it close to the 50. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for space to the left. Fires to the middle. On target to the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs through a tackle. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
65, Temple, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play-action fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's McCoy. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
Temple, 0.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with his 2nd and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Back to throw, it's McCoy. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Right back to the well. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them. In this game.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really... And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And they're deep.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Oklahoma. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
Defensive score.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Return runs out of bounds.
And now this offense will take the field again. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown Sooners. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
Number 23.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure. Too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They punt it away on 4th down. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. Shakes off the defender. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Now improvising. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The give on the option. He is going no. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Under fire. Pressure is away, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going for it all. Wide open downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Well, to call this an abject disaster for the offense would be an insult to abject disasters everywhere, Jesse.
And they're not going to enjoy watching this game film either. Just nothing's been working. They've had mental errors. They haven't been able to execute very well running or throwing it, David. Just nothing going their way in this one.
Nothing has gone right, and the worst thing is going to be watching the tape. You're right, Jesse. But even worse than that, practice this week is going to be miserable.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
Number 7, on to punt it away.
Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.